Hello and welcome back to my heavily modded XCOM 2 campaign. As you can see by our aesthetic this time, we're feeling very early fall, Halloween, that sort of thing. Yellows and oranges. It's a good vibe to have. We're also feeling like stomping the aliens. The last few missions have been rough for Advent. Like, you look at this and you see Venators and Sectopods and a bunch of other things that are, at least to some degree, scary. Like, even a normal enemy is pretty difficult at this point in time. But then you get into the mission and we just have so many tools at our disposal. You'd think the first copy of Banish would be enough, but we have the second copy just in case. We have 3 different tools to shred all on the same team. Because at the point where you're only using the best of the best, we're, like, that matters. That matters so much. We are steamrolling through Advent these past few missions. And this might be the last normal guerrilla op of the campaign. I expect we'll have to stop some sort of dark event before the campaign is over, unfortunately. But we're very close to Waterworld. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the mission. Let's get Baroque Baron and Sonic Serenade, our last important characters, up to Colonel, and let's get working towards that finale. If you, on the other hand, would like to get working towards the like and subscribe buttons, I'd appreciate that. Alright, 8 turns. Relay is over here on the side of the box. Far side, unfortunately. How far is this 2-story building going to go? It's going to go most of the way there. Seems like a good place to start. Let's briefly take our Trader Striker, see if there's anything blocking this ladder. Alright, time to go up top then. And I'll see you once the game actually starts, because there's a good turn or two of just running through a building before we do anything else. Alright, I think it's time to walk out into the objective and see what's going on. I imagine there are quite a few enemies around. Some lost over there, some lost over here. Pile of relatively normal enemies there. That's it. You sure? Quick health check. The engineer's back. I still haven't looked into why he's so tiny, but I can't help but notice those health numbers aren't high enough. Just gonna walk on in and use Supernova, don't you mind me. If you want to be considered a real pod, the threshold for this ride is 16 health. Less than that, and while the loss might steal all my frames, you are absolutely not going to continue existing. By the way, I'm sure you're noticing now, the performance in this mission has been abominable. Absolutely the worst it's been since the return of the campaign. Oh hey, you're immune to explosions. That's really cool, dude. You get to live, I guess. Was that an avatar? So the Muton Destroyer's here and a bunch of other stuff's here, but hey, the loss are gonna save us, it's fine. Now I want to know who all I've pulled doing this. That's not that big of a pod. They're under us and basically in oh, the Spectre might be able to access. I don't really know where they're able to get to, but that's not too bad on the left side. Those are lost, don't really care. I don't see whoever had the purple health bar anymore. Interesting, those are shooting despite having not overwatched yet. Very scared of that. Yeah, there's just an avatar over there. Don't mind him. I could overdrive Supernova that pod too. I'd be lying if I said I was not very seriously considering that. And it would be weird if it wasn't a good turn to overdrive. So let's just go ahead and check, like, does my movement reach them? Because I should probably be considering it. I mean, like, they'll be in a good position to do stuff in a few turns whenever they wake up. Sure, it was cool the first time, let's do it again. I'm not here to fuck around, I'm here to get to Waterworld and you're in the way. So, it looks like the frames have sorted themselves out. We just needed to kill a large number of units before things could run smoothly. There are 3 Venators there, huh? I don't know if I'm upset or happy you didn't hit them. That's a fucking pod. That is the scariest thing I have ever pulled. Bar none, not even close. We might need to start triggering some explosions. Why are you coming upstairs? Go fucking anywhere else. So, hi. If you all want to stand still and shoot the loss, I'd really like that. Awesome. Love that. That's really helpful. Sonic Serenade, how far can your grenade launcher reach? Because I've forgotten to equip the gun. 1 second, hold the horse. Hold the horse is not a phrase. Hold your horses is, but hold the horse singular is some pod person shit. AP rounds, walk next to him, rapid fire. It's not gonna kill him, but I'm hard pressed to come up with a single reason I would ever not take this play. I don't know if you thought you were going in for a sick flank or something. We have no real way of buffing that number, so we just take our 80%. If you could land one of them, though, thank you. Where to next? Yeah, that might just be not my problem. You're pretty far away. Face-off doesn't really see that much, unfortunately. I could just banish him to the Shadow Realm, right? 39%, huh? High cover 45, any built-in defense? Only 15. The big problem is that I have a laser sight and he's a million miles away. So, yeah, that's fair, I guess. It's looking to me like those Minotaurs are definitively just loose. Getting around this way takes forever. We take our sprint move, and then we look at what a blue move is from there. We can get all the way over to here. If we had actually bothered to equip the tier 3 grenade launcher, that would definitely do work. How far do our grenades currently make it? I think they're probably susceptible to Black Flame. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, the Overwatches are active. They will matter. I can activate Cloistered Shielding. I should have done that earlier. It still looks like it's hitting everyone who didn't just run forward, so we're going to do it now and see if it hits Sonic Serenade, because that would be helpful. It looked like it was, but I don't know if it goes through Z levels. It does. Wonderful. That wasn't for Sonic Serenade, though. That was for sick plays, because I think I'm going in. I think I'm about to Icarus jump right into the heart of terror. Like right here, maybe? Full cover facing the rest of the map, but able to do something to the Venators. And pulling their Overwatch, of course, that's the important part. Because we need to make sure that Sonic Serenade gets to the finale alive and gets this grenade off as part of that. Oh, weird. I expected you to do something about that. Well, I have concussive grenades here. So I don't technically need anyone else's help. I don't think that Elite Lancer is where the game is telling me he is. One second, let me scan around and see if he highlights anywhere. He's over here somewhere, I think. I'm just gonna kill the Biomech, right? Like, gonna stop thinking so hard about this and kill the Biomech. Hit all 3 Venators. That's just a really, really good grenade. Concussive grenades are insane, by the way. Oh, right, yeah, experimental armor. So we needed to do that just to clear that. And they're still at full health, so that doesn't even clear the experimental armor. But hey, it cleared the armor, like the actual armor, just not the status effects. Draugr's definitely going to be using Sprint and activating all their abilities. This is very much one of those turns where it's like, oh yeah, it's just absolute chaos now. There's nothing that you hold back. We're just going full force. So figure out where we're free moving to, how far we can go immediately. 14, do you think you can deal with that avatar maybe? You can get to here? Doesn't that just feel like gratuitous to you? Where's the Spectre? The Spectre's there. I can come out to here, explosive action, shoot the Spectre, and then Justice. Well, the neat part is that that actually doesn't see... There we go. That has the flank shot on the Spectre and the eyes on the Avatar. So yeah, Draugr's here, and he's unstoppable, and he's just going to go deal with all the priority targets on his own. You guys have fun with the Venators or whatever dumb shit you're doing over there. He's not in the Serpent suit. This is... Oh! He's got the Winter King's fangs. They're like, holy shit, is that my god's teeth on your hands? Which, like, honestly, I'm kind of impressed they're able to tell that at a glance. Anyway, explosive action. Man, we might not be killing him. That's fine, though. We also might just be killing him. It's not really clear yet. As close as you can get without being good enough. We did have Whiplash, which we could have considered using to just finish him off. Fair. But using it to free action kill this advanced Sidewinder does seem better. I would call that ruthless, too. Anyway, the real reason you're here, I guess we should frostbite someone first. Yeah, that guy. I don't like you having rockets. We're not done yet, by the way. We're still going. And last, but certainly not least, justice on the fucking Avatar. I was hoping this would kill him. 0% crit says it's not going to kill him. But it's still going to be a slight problem and might put him in a position where someone else can. You said 0%. I feel lied to. Hold up. Nope, incorrect. That was not where you were supposed to move to. Can we get a teamwork down here? It looks to me like I have a Shred Storm cannon on this. I cannot get the Avatar and the Spectre. I feel like the Elite Striker should probably be able to handle the Spectre, just like pop out the window and shoot him at point blank. Yeah, 100% good. His gun sounds so cheerful for some reason. There's like a high-pitched whistling included in it, and I don't feel like it's fully appropriate. Can you ripjack into him to get out of the way? You can. And you can also, like, run over to this guy, I guess. I didn't know there was a Vanguard in here. I didn't realize that was a Vanguard when I decided to do this. I feel like I want to be somewhere else now. Anyway, that's one problem dealt with. Now, due to the fact that I won't have any actions next turn and I don't like the Vanguard, I'm going to leave. Get in full cover and stay the fuck away from everyone down here. Because this place sucks. I think I pulled some more loss when I ran over here. Yeah, it's fine. It's a new version of the white screen bug. This one has little circles in it. Look at that. It's not the same as the last white screen bug. Anyway, time to save and load. Alright, so those loss are really not a problem. They'll just run forward and die to Retribution. We're down to Baroque Baron and Sonic Serenade. Right, yes, Sonic Serenade was supposed to deal with this nightmare. If I go there, I don't think I'll have a good shot. I think my best bet... I can't get up top. Going here doesn't seem like it's going to be safe. I think this is the situation most likely to work out for Serenade, is to move to this tile. That's far enough back that I think I can arc it over the building. Perfect. It looks further away. It doesn't feel centered. I think I actually need to go for Black Flame Grenades and hope it affects them. I don't know that it does. I do know that it affects Synth Soldier, who's not going to be thrilled about this, but like, hey. That's the way it goes when you supernova right next to 3 Minotaurs without realizing it. Just happens to the best of us. So if we could just like have the Minotaurs not exist, that would be super cool. There's definitely a lot of shit happening over there. We killed some people. We got Colonel. There's a Lull Swarm now, which I think is to my benefit. Also, there's a Sectopod in the back. I just forgot about him when I pulled 3 Minotaurs at once, and the Avatar. I'm just gonna like walk forward and put a Mimic Beacon directly beside Sonic Serenade, because I think everyone other than Serenade is basically safe. Serenade, however, feels incredibly unsafe. Oh wait, the Destroyer was also in the Black Flame Grenade, so he's not able to hit her any... Oh, it's just dead. Yeah, that's a really strong grenade, apparently. It's not classed as an explosion normally either, because it dealt damage to the Destroyer that was immune to Supernova, right? Or is it immune to Electrical? I'm pretty sure Supernova is an explosion and not Electrical, but it's such a weird, buggy ability that I can't be sure. Anyway, these Minotaurs have decided to buckle in and die. Which, hey, if that's the strat you want to go for, I'm not gonna tell you no. Oh, apparently there's more guys back here. That is a very small pod, though. On the whole, can't say I'm very concerned about it. I am concerned that they're just, like, right next to Draugr, who's going to get 1 action this turn. The Sectopod's probably coming in to say hi, huh? Super Heavy Mech, Biomech Trooper, Super Heavy Mech number 2. That's a fucking pod, man. Holy shit. That is incredible. So, I'm not sure we're going to get that Biomech Trooper down in time. 2 banishes doesn't matter when the entire map is between me and you. Oh, cool. I wasn't really expecting you to do anything other than die horribly. Yeah. He's kind of just you, but better. Gonna go ahead and hit plus. I'll tell you if anything that happens doesn't involve the Lost. Spoilers, the rest of this involves the Lost. Also, Halibut's just been getting random Overseer perks and shooting people from on top of the world. It's kind of funny. Oh, he's still doing it.
I definitely got that one.
Wasn't really planning on him using all of his bullets there, but I guess it's probably fine. Alright, I'm really sorry about that, Sense Soldier. I wasn't planning on, like, almost killing you. I think I'm going to put a drop pod right here. And just, like, move Sense Soldier back into it, shred Storm Cannon, and evac. Because I don't want them to be as wounded as they're getting here. And Psionic Rippling guarantees they're in the hospital for a very long time after this. You can go. You did your part. Maybe I should have shot that at the Sectopod. I don't know. Next, Draugr, you're in danger. There's like 4 guys right out here somewhere. I think you just get on the window here with your 1 move. You can also Ghost Grenade yourself, which is definitely funnier. I think this is the play, though. Yep, there's the 3 guys I was worried about. If any of them try to come up, they'll get Retribution, so it's not the biggest thing in the world. If you do anything, you get shot to death by the Vanguard, so you just have to stand still. There's nothing else to do on the Striker. Oh, why did Fiber Giant... Yeah, shouldn't the other one not have come back online because I used their Supernovas on the same turn? Whatever, game. It's cool. I think I need my Reapers, like, sprinting out to try to get in the middle somewhere so they can actually use Banish, but I'm not sure where that would even be. First things first, though, 94. That's disgusting. We need to deal with the Advent on this side of us, unfortunately. So I'm going to drop down like this and shred Storm Cannon into that pile of enemies. That seems solid. We'll save Overdrive for next turn with our last Shred Storm Cannon, trying to help deal with the mechs on the other side of the map, but this, I think, is the best we're doing on this given turn. Gets the Vanguard, the Rocketeer, kills my own Striker, so, I mean, there's literally no reason not to try to leave first. So we'll Blue Move out to here and die, but maybe the Lost pulled the shots? They did! Cool, Striker gets to live then. This gets the Vanguard, the Rocketeer, and the Brutes. Nothing else really matters. I think one of these I need to just stay over here and help kill, unfortunately, but that's fine. It means we're free to use stuff like Face Off and Shadowfall. I suppose more importantly, just shooting a bunch of the Lost that are next to us with pistols is relevant. Because these guys really need to go. There's just too many. In particular, the ones next to Sonic Serenade that are just entirely my problem, but Sonic Serenade, embarrassingly enough, cannot deal with them. So the issue is that even though I have 100s, I'm not reliably killing these with my current weaponry. It's very embarrassing. On a crit, it's just dead, but that's only a 60%. Oh well, it is what it is. Gotta go for it. If it doesn't work, then Regal Dawn will finish him off. Love to see that. Which means we're free to shoot this one as well now, and same logic, if this one doesn't work, Regal Dawn will finish it off. Wasn't expecting to get 2 kills, but I'm glad to see one of them at least. Want Regal Dawn pushing forward, so I guess here is where the best position is. I need to make sure I have a kill here. It's in corner cover facing forward, so basically I have to take the same position. Which does get eyes, just barely.
As you order, Commander.
95, I don't need to use that though. I can just use my pistol, which actually is more accurate somehow. Sure. And then with our death from above move, we can just... do we want to shoot that snake? It's panicking, it's fine. We'll start running forward. We don't want to get poisoned though, so we have to run forward in this direction. What's left? Elite Striker, reload your gun, I guess. It's not like you're doing anything else. Leaving Halibut and the Sapper. If I walk out over here, I can be flanked by the people that were next to Draugr. I can't do that. But they won't have a line of sight if I'm on this tile. Odds are nothing will have a line of sight except for these guys, and they should all be dead. So this actually feels like a pretty safe place to be. It also gives me high ground against these dashers that I would otherwise not be able to reliably kill. So just generally a really good position, I think. Now I do want to summon one more swarm because I would like the enemies to exist just in a general sense. Don't kill those dashers, just put this on the Venators. And we're going to have this guy finish them off. Doesn't matter who gets the kill. We're already well over Colonel and Sonic Serenade on this mission. And Chain Explosion? Yes. Alright. So that handles that. Unfortunately, they don't count as, like, meaningful explosions. So we need to figure out the rest of it ourselves. I'm going to drop a battle scanner back here. Try to get a better feel for where all of the various robots are. Well, I know the Sectopod's, like, right here. I think I know that. Don't actually know it. The issue is that if I do know where the Sectopod is, I'm lowering my odds of hitting it. And I can't get a grenade over there. If it's where I think it is, this grenade hits it. So we should use the battle scanner. Just chuck this here. The Sectopod is exactly where I thought it was. That grenade does hit it. And all that's for is getting vision on them. We actually didn't hit the Sectopod, but again, it's just vision. It doesn't matter. This tile, there we go. That's an explosion, shredding on Sectopod, all very important. Please summon a swarm. I really need a swarm. I haven't been counting carefully on how the swarm's doing. Thank God. I was thinking, like, surely we're about to get one, but that's not math. That's not a plan. I'm just going on intuition, and I was right this time, which to some amount is skill, but it's also not... I should have been counting it. I should not have just been hoping. Anyways, it worked out. We have the distraction we needed. Let's see how the lost turn, or not the lost turn, the advent turn goes, because there's a lot of shit around. Do you really want to come up this ladder, man? Okay, if you say so. I don't think anyone else will be coming up, considering you're body blocking the only good tile. Oh, but you do give eyes. Apparently they're not comfortable with the shot, though. The Sectopod stood up. I'm terrified. Last time this happened, men died. Does that gun need to be reloaded, like, ever? Or is it going to kill all of the Lost, every single one of them? Because it could, theoretically. He's unstoppable. Okay, I think maybe the gun has 3 bullets in it, because it stopped shooting for some reason. It's not what I expected out of the Biomech Trooper. Just failing to kill the Lost, don't mind me. It's reverse fire. It's not as embarrassing as I thought it was. So I think we're good. I don't think the super heavy mechs are a threat of killing anyone. I don't think. Well, aside from all of those Lost, I guess. Awesome. Love to see 8% misses on super heavy mechs. So that felt really, really good for us. We still have to deal with the Lost because there are several dashers that spawned in next to us, but still. I love this. Wait, where's he going? I thought he was getting on the top. Thanks. I'm glad you're here. Anyway, the Lost aren't going to do anything useful, so I'll see you when it's back to my turn.
The shadows fail us.
Damn it, there goes my concealment on Regal Dawn. I was like, you know, it seems very unlikely, but possible Regal Dawn gets a random reveal. And it happens.
Minimal plate damage detected.
I don't know why they're even trying to hit Fiber Giant, but it's funny. Alright, it's back to us. Fiber Giant's back in action. I think I'm just going to keep chucking grenades over the side of this building at the Sectopod. That'll be the rest of its armor gone if I can land the grenade again. I may as well reload first. There we go. Now, once we finally have Banish lined up, it'll go down in one, hopefully. And that gets us taking closer to a Lost Swarm. Draugur's got vision on the Rocketeer, and that does not bode well for the Rocketeer. Yep, I'm just going to kill that guy on Draugur. He's going to keep fighting this pod completely on his own, just like he did that other pod. It's very funny to see Draugur be like, yeah, you guys handled like half the map over here. I'll run around and deal with 2.5 other pods. It's fine. I got this. Anyway, the Bio-Rocketeer is going to get up and get stabbed to death shortly. Overdrive, Kinetic Strike, Punch. Lightning Strike into this guy and then punch him. It's not bad. I need Regal Dawn to get vision of the Sectopod. I don't know that I'll get vision from here. So whatever I'm doing, it's going to involve moving towards the mechs on this character. I feel like that's just a generally safe assumption. So we're going to Burning Rush and take that move as our first action. See if this gets us clear vision of the Sectopod. It does. Now, we can figure out where we're going on Regal Dawn. Does this get eyes on a Sectopod? No. Does this? No. So Sectopod is off limits this turn outside of Teamwork, which is not possible here, but I can sprint on Baroque. Unfortunately, it's looking like this. We need to move Carbon Mile first. They have an Overdrive. They're probably trying to Shred Storm through the middle here, so we're going to run forward to here and see if that opens a path for Baroque Baron to get further into the map. We can sprint a little bit further now, and that means we can get to here and see the Sectopod. Technically, I don't need Baroque Baron alive at the end of this. Or, I can be a sane person and throw 2 Mimic Beacons. And I like the sound of that a whole lot more. Elite Viper's still panicking. Hopefully it's going to keep panicking. But yeah, we're going to do that instead. We're going to run out to here, use our pistol, and chuck a Mimic Beacon. Same general plan on Regal Dawn. 100%. Love to see that. I'll be back with you once I'm done killing Lost. And someone else will need to deal with that Lancer, but that's fine. We get the Mimic Beacon out to here. That's pretty decent lines of sight. Handle this other Dasher on Regal Dawn before we take our move. Then we're going to blue move out to this Forklift, chuck the Mimic Beacon as far as we can, and go back down to normal speed, because that is hard to watch. There we go, the perfect Mimic Beacon. Everyone in the back can see it. How's that Shred Storm looking? I believe that there is a robot in the back, roughly where this is currently aimed. We're going to overdrive and take the Shred Storm. Do not let me down. Come on. I feel so confident this is where the biomech was standing, but I don't know for sure. Yep, that's the biomech. I did deal falling. Oh, I was off by a little bit. The last damage pop-up was the falling damage on the Mimic Beacon. So close. I'm glad it fell instead of just being deleted like a turret. That would have been very upsetting for me. We have Rapid Fire on cooldown, so we don't have Rapid Fire. We can just Supernova, which reduces the number of enemies considerably and is worth doing. Watch this kill both Mimic Beacons. Thank God. I was genuinely nervous. XCOM feels dangerously spaghetti sometimes, and this is one of them. Alright, we have the Biomech Trooper, the Super Heavy Mech, and the Sectopod. There's also some other, like, hanger-ons. There's this guy, there's another one, there's that guy. There's 2 more that I've just full-on lost track of. One of them's this Elite Lancer. We should come see if this can't kill it. Probably not, but I mean, it's not doing anything useful no matter where it goes. 100, but it's not going to kill. Elite Striker, I hope you live through the mission. You've earned your piece. I can move out to here, which feels generally pretty safe, not the safest. And from there, do I see the Sectopod actually? I do. I can stasis the Sectopod and deal with it next turn. That feels very, very good. I can also see a couple of Lost over there. One of them's even a Dasher. Well, I don't like that, but it's fine. Get slapped about it. The Lost are not a problem. You have this cloistered shielding, actually. You won't even take damage. And here, I'm tempted to go for this one, but I know it's not going to work. So I'm going to overdrive and go for the one on the right instead. Oh yeah, there is an objective I should worry about at some point. I can go all the way back to them. Wasn't really thinking about that. Looking for this one. And hopefully the 3 punches we have on the super heavy mech will be enough to bring it down.
Audible armor deflection.
Unfortunately, we do have to land all of 3 because it has so much armor and there's no one around to shred it. But also it's a 98%, so it'll probably be fine. Oh. I guess I moved past my blue move radius on that kinetic strike. That's unfortunate.
On approach.
Well, I'll just walk over here. Don't mind me. It turns out there was an elite trooper back here that I forgot about. And the snake is up, which was not part of the plan. Yeah, unfortunately for you, no. You want to come running up top and see if the ladder's changed since the last time you had line of sight? Spoilers, it hasn't. It's the same fucking nightmare it's always been. This is Drawker's ladder. Alright, good. I really wanted to see this one go first. This is one where it really matters that we steal its action. A, because it hits like a truck, but B, because it can call in reinforcements. Always love seeing Overseer go off, even if it's completely useless. Alright, it looks like we dealt with the main body of the... Oh, you're going for a Fiber Giant. I actually prefer that, for this reason. Because now the Viper might go for a Mimic Beacon instead of shooting someone in the back. I think it's still just... Sorry, Striker. What happened? Close Combat Specialist got very confused when that happens. The Lost showed up for some reason. I think the Alien turn ended and the Lost turn started. I think that's what happens. So I'll see when it gets back to my turn. Alright, this Sectopod needs to go down, this Biomech Trooper needs to go down. We have 2 Reapers and 2 copies of Banish. Surely we can make this happen. This is a sprint to the top, teamwork on you. Easy. It gives us clear line of sight, problem solved.
Covering ground.
Take the teamwork here immediately. Oh, I'm going on half speed. I went too far down when I was fixing the Lost turn. And this is the Sectopod finally down. It's been a menace to the Lost for a while, but thankfully it hasn't really been dealing with me. Our gun's not fully loaded, but with 100% and 11 damage as our minimum, I think it should be fine. Shut down for 2 means it's definitely fine. I was hoping to like roll remotely decently, not minimum twice, but it's fine. Someone else will kill it, I guess. So the Sectopod's functionally dead. We need to deal with you now. You have a 61 to kill the super heavy mech. That's pretty cool. Go for that. I've really enjoyed Total Halibut standing on top of this, just being a menace all game long. It's been very cool. Oh, you Supernova. You're not here to shred it this turn. Is anyone here to shred it? I mean, this is funny. I'm gonna use Justice because it's more accurate than shooting him. Just grapple him half a foot over. Alright, finally animated. Finally got him. There are 4 left. Heavy Mech, Elite Viper, the Random Trooper. Okay, I know where everyone is. I don't have Sprint back. I have Grapple, but it's a very confused Grapple that isn't very helpful. So I'm gonna start running out this way. I doubt it's even relevant, but it might kill the Viper like 1 turn faster. Rigodon is a fully loaded gun. I imagine they've got this handled. They don't have high ground bonuses, and that thing does have inherent 15 defense. Oh, there we go. We have high ground bonuses. I figured it out. I was going to say I probably should have saved teamwork for this, because I was talking about saving teamwork for this a second ago, and then I just didn't. But yeah, that'll do. I don't need to shred it. It sounds like he's screaming directly into my brain every time he gets shot, and I'm not the biggest fan of it, if I'm being perfectly honest. I also really love listening to Regal Dawn bitch the entire time he uses Banish about how none of his shots are getting through the armor. And then it's just like, oh yeah, also they're all dead. Face off, just shoot one dasher? Maybe not. Let's just shoot the pistol, right? Obviously, on Fiber Giant, we should be trying to kill the one guy who's able to attack, which looks pretty easy. Just walk over to him and deliver the punch. This then gives us our Relentless action, which we'll use to fire a flamethrower. I think the Sectopod will be immune, but it'll just die to black ice rounds instead. This flamethrower is pretty terrible. I guess that one's okay. I do like the new giant blue flamethrower, though. It's very impressive to look at. I guess I should start dealing with the objective, right? It is kind of important that we win the mission. I was going to say there's no chance that Sectopods... Do Sectopods get 3 actions? I don't think they do. Would it tell me here if they did? Just shoot it. Just for the 1 in a million chance that I've completely forgotten how the game works, just shoot the Sectopod. And I'll be back with you once the mission's over, because all that's left is one snake that is strangling my good buddy, the Elite Striker, so I suspect there's not much challenge left here. I'm happy to announce that we managed to win this mission without actually letting the Elite Striker die, so his service has been duly rewarded. Also, I really enjoyed that mission. That was a lot of fun. I have no idea who got MVP. Apparently it was Baroque Baron. I did not see that coming. Oh, right. Lost stat padding. That's fine. Lost ruined it in the end after all. But that whole middle period where I was like frantically trying to deal with like scattering my units across the map due to a very weird line of sight whole map pull, that was very fun and very different. I really enjoyed that. Total Halibut getting decent numbers while they were doing shenanigans to like teleport across the map and disorient those guys. On the whole, I felt like everyone really mattered a lot. Depressed Draugr putting up very good numbers, felt like he was. And you know, Fiber Giant is making a really convincing case that maybe they should have gotten the MVP like always. The last 2 important promotions of the game, Baroque Baron reaching Colonel, picking up Annihilation. Come on, there we go. I think I bought Face Off on another timeline, had to replay a mission, forgot to buy Face Off. Sad that he doesn't have it, might still buy it with AP eventually. And Destructive Nature here for sure. And with all of this done, do we get the corpses for that? We do. More Sectopods then, right? I wonder how many you need to make an instant. Hopefully it's that many.
Commander, well done.
I can't see how many of these I have, which is unfortunate because I think this is a normal trooper. But I have 876 lost corpses. Only 4 Sectopods. Pretty big disparity in numbers there. Sonic Serenade's actually still good to keep getting training. Well, hell yeah then, get an old Lance. And let's go get this last scientist for the campaign. We're well on our way to Waterworld. There's not that much left. We might be doing it next. Probably not, but it could be. Minor breakthrough for the Avatar project absolutely does not matter.
Commander, the aliens are still moving forward.
Even if we were in the final pip right now, counting down the days, we'd still be fine.
Serious blow to their efforts.
Assault mission, what could this even be for? Is there anything this could be for that I would care about? Like, why am I checking? It's for delaying the dark event of Advent Sealed Armor. They become immune to various status ailments, it doesn't matter. I'm going to believe that doesn't apply to Psionic Rippling. It also only works on basic Advent Troopers in the first place, who are the ones I care the least about, and I can just throw plasma grenades at those guys. Got my first superior scope of the game. Finally. Bond training complete on Dark Horse and Sword Saint. Mercury Hawk back with more mobility and more ability points. There is no one available to improve the bond for. We're still getting rid of Iron Rhino's negative trait. We're going to let Sonic Serenade finish what they're currently doing and then probably take them out of the tank to get our Templar back in. But for now, continue with Fire Axis. Avatar Project ticking along for the first time in a long time, but it's really just them catching up because we're letting them because we know it doesn't matter. We have Domination on Black Cat. Love it. Fortress is nice. Sorry, animation seems decidedly more important, but this is, this could potentially be life-saving, right? It also allows me to position much more aggressively for my psionics without being afraid. That's a big thing. Just being able to run through random AoEs. I've got so much I'm doing, I very rarely have the time to cast Sari animation. I forget to do it all the time on my Templar, but I guess the Templar has to use focus for it, so it's sort of different. Still, I'm gonna take Fortress first. Keep working on the Scientist. Pick up another superior scope, love to hear that. And we finally get the last bridging tech. Everything gets +1 damage and +1 health. If you thought we were bullying them before, just you wait. And I think, no, we need to do the Rift Keeper, that can wait. But before the end, again, Alien Signer, Lake and Late, but the Sectopod. I won't miss a scroll. I think the Sectopod also is where I get the Gremlin and the Rangefinder, is that right? Gremlin Mark III, Powered Bits, Hollow Targeter Mark III. We need to do this before we start doing Shadow Chamber stuff. And that's the last real power item we're getting, so let's keep on scanning. Rehabilitation finally complete. What was this for? Hacking 5 on Big Large. No one on the A-team has negative perks, that's not too surprising. I'll just throw a random person in who shouldn't be going, but could somehow end up on a mission. I don't think it would ever happen, but just in case. We get our Scientist. Research time reduced by 8%. Don't care about rookies. Let's go get some intel from Reaper HQ. A quick check of the Covert ops to see if there are any abilities coming from these ops that I care about. There's mobility +1, but that character got wounded. Aim +2 doesn't matter to me. Nothing that really matters here, unfortunately, because the one that I can do is mobility, and that character's not available. Ticking up steadily, really just not a concern, though. Waterworld will happen before, and if it doesn't, we can just connect, build the tower, and do the assault. It's not a problem. We get our first superior foregrip, and the reason for this is the close range accuracy increase without penalty. That could be very, very useful, specifically on a shotgun. We'll probably need modular shotguns for that to matter, but we could get that. You never know. Dead Mother picks up +4 aim, and the wound goes on the medic. Love to see that. Mercury Hawk is no longer wounded. We can throw them out for another mission, getting them up to 20 mobility. That's fantastic. But also, while we're here, how many ability points do you have? 6. You're only above average now. You weren't very good to begin with. Fair enough. Quick question. If I click on an alien facility, do I have Shadow Chamber for it ahead of time? I do. Heavy Grenadier, Elite Shield Bearer, Cryo Keeper, Sectoid Commander, Back Longbow, Mutant Decurion, Elite Lancer, Sidewinder, Commando, Purifier, Advent Witch Killer, and a Black Ice Codex. That's really easy. What about the other one? 34, 10 more guys. It's a bio mission, as you can immediately tell, with the Rift Keeper and a Sectopod. That's a Mark II Rift Keeper, mind you. I don't think I've even seen a Mutant Ballistarius. We're not going to be doing that one. We'll do the other one if we do either. I was thinking my roster's doing really well right now. Supply drops in 7 days. I can just come make contact here, start building the tower, and plan on doing this mission. Because it's looking like we probably have to, right? So it's better to do it sooner rather than later. One thing we should definitely do is put a project in the Proving Ground, because right now there aren't in it. Getting superior extended mags and speed loaders sounds like something I definitely still need. I'm not quite sure which mods I need and how many, but I know I need a few of a different thing. I probably want a second Black Flame Grenade. They're pretty good. Don't know for sure yet. We're definitely going to want at least one more advanced lightweight frame. Oh wow, we've used a lot of Illyrium making that garbage. I'm probably going to have to do a crate mission then. Yeah, it goes through 5 Illyrium a day to upgrade this stuff. I can upgrade the bond level on Mercury Hawk and Den Mother again by doing this, which will get me to 20 mobility, so that's worth sending. I'll spend 25 supplies to negate the wound risk. That seems pretty reasonable. Get that done. 37 intel, that's just worth sending some randoms at. and a superior PCS. I feel like I did this month already. Same with the gather intel. I'm not quite sure where these came from. I wouldn't mind having even more aim on Iron Rhino. But also, Black Cat is ready and waiting for a mission, so this mission doesn't feel good to send out. I'm going to send randoms. I don't think aim +2 is worth sacrificing roster quality for. Okay, so we've got a couple of new things sent out. Gather intel, fabricate PCS, and better bond plus more mobility on Mercury, Hawk, and Den Mother. So that's good. Do I want to make contact down here and start building the tower now, just in case I need it? I've got the intel. I don't necessarily need intel for anything else. I know this is going to tick up like twice from both bases, once naturally. Sometime next supply drop, we're going to go into the countdown. I feel like we're really close to running out of time and needing to stop this. Oh, we actually need to build a tower for that. Let's build this tower then. That's definitely what we should be doing.
Setting course for the East African sector.
And we're going to start working on doing that facility because it turns out we need to do that facility. There is one base assault left in the game that we'll get to go all out for. What's this for? Intel. And it looks really easy. All right, Exalted Purge Archbishop. If that's not immune to mind control, it's really easy. It's really important whether or not that unit's immune to mind control, because there is exactly one enemy on this mission that I care about. Intel is like all I care about in the game right now. Every other resource I'm capped on. Illyrium I'll get a crate mission for eventually. Let's go do this.
Course for Sector 1.
I want to be clear with you. I don't think I can field a team that is more stacked than this with 8 people allowed on the squad. I think these are the 8 best soldiers that I have. I've been messing with Iron Rhino's Warden armor aesthetic for a while now. I'm not sure what I want out of them. I'm going with this presently, because I realize that even though they're usually in the Viper suit or the Icarus suit, that's not actually what they're going to be wearing in Waterworld. And this is an example of a team where they wouldn't be wearing that. The Waterworld example, where the Viper suit actually goes to the Marine. Not quite sure how I want this aesthetic to look. None of the hats look quite right for me. Oh, I think I figured it out, and it's absolutely beautiful. You just give the golden Lux helmet to Iron Rhino because their bond partner uses the normal Lux helmet. I think I really like that. I finally kitted out the team for Terraria's worst weapon, Operation 10 Broadsword. It's a very difficult mission, or so it claims. I'm only seeing 18 enemies here, and sure, the Exalted Purge Archbishop is terrifying, but the rest of this, not so much, right? So, I'm not even convinced this deserves its own video, but I'm gonna go ahead and call it here because I've been recording for an hour and a half now. I've been really enjoying XCOM. I'm sorry if it ever feels like I'm like, we're almost to Waterworld, we're almost done, and it feels like I want to be done with the campaign. I'm just hyped for Waterworld. The reason I'm not hyped when I go into missions like this is like, this is something I'm doing that's not Waterworld. Let's just get to the finale. But at the same time, just like in today's mission, every time I actually sit down and play the mission, I really enjoy playing with all these late game tools now that we've gotten to the end of it. Anyways, for now, I'm done. I've been Rather Coherent. Thank you for watching. Thank you to the modding community that made this run possible, and to my one Patreon supporter, Jeffrey Bing. I'll see you all in the next one.